Maybe you're feeling lost right now, or you haven't figured out who you've come to be in this lifetime. In this video, I'm going to break down in very tangible tools how you can connect to your life's purpose using human design. Let's dig deep. Welcome to the Human Design Portal, your safe space to decondition so that you can align with the right people, opportunities, and chances in this lifetime. If you're new here, my name is Gabriela, and I'm a human design reader, a deconditioning expert, and the founder of the Transformational Human Design Certification. And you can now join our free new member area, the Uprising Club, where we have a bunch of human design goodies waiting for you. The number one question that I get asked is, what is my purpose? Can you help out figuring out what my purpose is? And so the thing that I always answer that I think is so important to understand is that your purpose is not that check on, an invoice. Your purpose is not your Instagram bio. Your purpose is not having a name on the door of your office. Your purpose is not your job. You are so much more than your work. Your purpose is who you've come to be. Your purpose is showing up as authentic as possible every single day. Your purpose is the way that you smile while you walk down the street. It's the way that you'll hug your friends when they're going through something. It's your capacity to listen and guide others when they come to you when they're desperate. It's your gift of being social and bringing joy and connecting people together. Your purpose is so much more layered than just this one specific category, which is our work. And in this video, I'm going to break down the tools that you can utilize through human design to assess how your purpose looks like. And again, this will not, and I'm warning you now because I know you want that. You want me to give you the answer, but that's not what we're doing here. Here, what we're doing and why I love human design so much, it's not because I'm here telling you what you're meant to be doing. It's because human design allows us to have tools that connects us to our own guiding voice, that gives us a reference to know where we're meant to listen to, where we're meant to focus in our insides. So I'm going to give you the roadmap on how you can figure out what your purpose looks like, and then you got to do what you need to do. Action, ladies and gentlemen, is the universal law of success. So without further ado, let's get into the different steps to figure out your purpose through human design. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through how you can find out what your purpose looks like and what you're meant to be doing in this lifetime with the Bodygraph. So I invite you to click in the link in the caption. You will find a free human design Bodygraph chart that you can join and download so that you can have it on your side or open on your screen on your phone while we look through the next couple of steps. The first thing that I want you to understand is that you have to look at your energetic authenticity. What is your energetic purpose? And if you want to have more information on that, I invite you to join our new member area because there is an intro to human design that will give you more details on this. So the first thing is understanding your personal aura. And I'm going to go through each of the 5 energy types so that we get this right. As a projector, your energetic purpose is to guide. You have a penetrative, focused aura. You see people's souls, so you're able to see what other people aren't capable to see. As a projector, you're here to make things more affordable, faster, easy to understand, and streamline systems and institutions, whatever, okay? Make things faster, cheaper, easier. As a generator, you're here to create. You're here to enjoy. You're here to spark the creative light. As a manifesting generator, you're here to disrupt. You're here to change patterns. You're here to show the world that we don't have to do things in a linear way. You're here to mix things together that nobody ever thought about until you came along. As a manifestor, you're here to impact people. You're here to kick people's butt. You're here to put fire under our feet and be like, come on guys, let's go. We need to have this big vision for our life. We need to create something new. We need to, revolutionize what already exists. As a manifestor, you're here to invent the wheel from scratch. Or, as Nara Smith would do, cook something from scratch. The reflector, You're really here to mirror and reflect the health of everything and everyone around you. And this is really important for you to understand. You are here to be the pillar of reference. Anything that you don't like is a reflection of your environment. Anything that doesn't work for you is a reflection of the people you surround yourself with. So really understanding that you're here to be as open as possible, to be constantly fluidly adapting and reflecting your environment and the people in it. So step one, understand your energetic purpose, what you're meant to be doing. And you can bring out a checklist and write this down. Your energy type and your energetic purpose. The next thing I want you to look at is your profile. And I have a whole video on that you can look into to understand your profile in more detail. But your profile numbers, and it will be pertaining to different numbers, your profile numbers is how you will be able to share that with the world, to express your energetic authenticity. So for example, let's take the projector who's here to guide. And let's say that the projector has a 1-3 profile. The 1 profile is here to share tangible information, detailed statistics, reference books, and scientific data to really get into the nitty-gritty, to bring the proof. So the 3 light is life experience. It's actually living by example. So what do you have to do as a projector who's here to guide? You will guide through sharing with people how to streamline information, how to get the most out of what we have, being very detailed in the way that you guide people, being able to show the proof of why the way you're guiding and the tips and tricks that you're giving actually make sense because you have the receipts, okay? And then you can always share your guiding wisdom through knowing things by using your own life as an example. You will be like, listen, you shouldn't be doing that because I went through that and my life experience taught me that that's not how it works, right? So use your profile number to support you in how you express that energetic authenticity. So aura, profile. Let's get to the next one. The next step is showing you how you can use the universe to make this happen, okay? So that is going to be the strategy. So for a projector, to be able to be in your purpose, you're going to have to wait for the invitation. This is how you utilize the universe to put you on the right track. For generators and manifesting generators, your way to utilize the universe to make shit happen is going to be responding and trusting your sacral center. Yes, no, I love it, ugh. I'm trusting my body. It's okay to say no. It's okay to set boundaries. I don't have to say yes to everything, okay? For the manifester, you're actually going to use your voice to express it. That's the way that you utilize your creative urge by allowing it to get out and get into the world and connect to people. And then as a reflector, you have to wait 28 days. So give yourself that whole lunar cycle to sense and feel things out before you move on. Because that is the way that you utilize the universe to make shit happen. The way that you share what you know, the way that you express it is through your defined energy centers. Your defined energy centers are kind of like energetic dominance. This is where you influence other people. This is where you inject your life force, your thoughts, your feelings, your intuition, your desires with others. So this is part of your purpose that get expressed into others, and others will amplify that energy. So looking at your defined energy centers and what they represent can give you clues on how you use your gifts and your capacity and your intention and your thoughts and feelings and intuition and connect to others, the way that you utilize this to bring it out into the world. These are parts of yourself you're sharing with the world. And my favorite thing is understanding when you are on the right track, and that is going to be your signature. You will have a feeling that will let you know you are on the right path. You are on your purpose. You are actually doing what you're meant to be doing. And for a projector, that's going to look like having success and feeling recognized. That means monetary success, having people that are listening to you, people appreciating your advice. For generators and manifesting generators, it means feeling deeply satisfied, being full of energy, really enjoying life to the fullest, and really having this deep, deep sense of satisfaction without the constraints of people pleasing or trying to sacrifice your own wishes for others. For manifestors, it's going to have an expression of peace. So if you as a manifestor are experiencing deep, deep peace, that is when you know that you are actually living out your purpose. And for the reflector, it's going to be a sense of surprise. Like the world is constantly throwing different things at you and you're like, wow, life is amazing. I couldn't even believe it. All of these crazy things are happening. It's really wild when we meet a reflector that is aligned because their life is like so magical and so different from anything that we know. So these are the key elements that let you know that you are actually right, that you are on the path to expressing your purpose. I recommend that you just write these things down, and instead of focusing on doing specific things, instead of trying to figure out how much money you want to make, or instead of trying to figure out like these very specific things of like a very narrow way of thinking, I want you to really connect to your heart. I want you to connect to what your soul is telling you. And I want you to set the intention to allow yourself to move from this heart space, to allow yourself to move in synchronicity with what your soul is telling you and where it's wanting to guide you. And I encourage you to really let go of the fear and the perfectionism and the what ifs and how am I gonna this and how, like, it doesn't matter. All of these things don't matter. Your purpose will open up to you. It's usually not that they've got it all figured out and they're like, I'm gonna start a business and gonna do A, B, C, D, G, F, whatever. What actually happens is I'm trying to figure shit out. It's not working. I'm hitting rock bottom. And from that, I'm grabbing onto anything I can to find my way. And then suddenly one thing works. And then you double down on that one thing and you're like, damn, I'm riding the wave. And that's when you start expanding. That's when you start making money. That's when you start feeling recognized. That's when you actually start feeling good about what you're doing and you hit the nail, you found the method. And I swear, I've talked to so many successful people and it is the tweaking and the tuning of the shit. And you're like, oh, it was working, then it doesn't work. Now we have to like fine tune this and that. And it's a constant adjustment. Everything is constantly moving. Audiences are changing. Like the way that you show up, the way that you, even your own connection to yourself is expanding. You're learning about yourself. Be patient, be loving, be kind. So this idea of people having it all figured out and like going out there, like I'm sure that any founder's story that you hear, anybody who's highly successful, anybody who's talking about their purpose, they're not like, I had the idea and it suddenly straight away worked. It's like I was gonna do something else and then this happened and that worked. And then it was like, okay, let's do this. And it happened to me so many times that I thought like, this is gonna be the surface. This is gonna be the one thing. I worked on this for 1 year. It's gonna bring me the most success. Wrong. So be open to being guided. Be open to getting to know yourself from a new angle. Don't try to hold so strongly onto the things that you think might need to happen. This is something that I see a lot. It is that constraint that I see it in myself. Like I thought my life had to be one particular way. And I thought the only way to get love and a feeling of love, of belonging was if I was this certain way. And I thought my career had to look this way. And I thought that my gifts were only useful in this one avenue. And when I tried and I tried and I tried and I tried, and all I got was being burned out, was being incredibly depressive, was hating myself, was, bringing my body to a place of breakdown. And me just at some point realizing it doesn't matter how many hours I work, it doesn't matter how much I'm trying to make this path happen, this path is not happening for you, Micah. And the breakdown of that reality, the dark night of the soul, the rock bottom, the crying on the floor, the humility, the humbleness that I got out of that experience, that got me totally to my knees, brought my desires back to I just want to make 2K a month and, have a quiet life. And that is when I, allowed life to guide me. Human design found me. And it has been the most successful business that I've ever had, but not only because of its monetary gains, which has also have been one of the most successful things I've ever done, but because of how I get to feel, because of how I get to show up every day. I get to show up as my full authentic self. And I get to share that with you, and you get to connect, and you get to hopefully some valuable information, and that in turn impacts your life, and you will share with somebody else. And like this, you're constantly uplifting and up-leveling and sharing love and empathy and understanding with ourselves and the people around us. And I believe that that makes a better world, and that's what I want. I want to be part of creating a better world. And I truly believe that you have come here to be your authentic self. And that your authentic self is your purpose. Your purpose is not that far off thing that's impossible to attain. No, your purpose is just being you and loving who you are and sharing your full, messy, authentic, weird, quirky self with the world. I hope you enjoyed this video. If it served you, please like this video. Leave your questions in the comments below and let me know what other topics you'd like me to speak upon. It always gets me inspired and helps me to understand what you guys need and what I can continue to create. Please subscribe to the channel, share this video with anybody you feel is lost and can use these tips and tricks to find their purpose and maybe even just reframe the way that they've been thinking about purpose. And as always, I don't care what anybody says, I love you.